Hey pals, welcome back to a new video. I am doing a really quick update here. This is not going to be a very long video. Basically, in summary, I went to GDC a couple of weeks ago to show off Insignia, the demo, to publishers and to network and see what opportunities there could be for us since we finished the Chapter 1 milestone that we'd been working on since the last funding round. So we've got a GDC update video and a funding video you can watch to find out all about that stuff. I then went to LA on a very impromptu trip, I guess, to work on a game jam with some really big streamers in the tech space. And now I'm back. I'll be doing another jam this weekend. We're doing Ludum Dare. So there's a lot to cover. Let's take it from the top. In April last year, I applied for some grants to basically propose to put together a vertical slice demo of Insignia to take to events like GDC to see if we can get, more funding and do the next chapter and sort of go into production from there. I was successful on that in July and built a team from July to February. We were working on chapter 1. The contracted team that I put together are great, and they finished all their work up in the end of Feb. I didn't actually plan to go to GDC this year, but eventually it became the plan. So we showed off that demo at GDC, really happy with how that went. Where we're at now is obviously the next phase, which is how do we take this vertical slice? How do we leverage the opportunity that we've created in having indie tales and building it all there to sort of take the game to that next step? I was really nervous to go to GDC. I had been directing a trailer as well, which isn't quite ready yet. Timelines got blown out just a little bit because of how tumultuous leading up to GDC was for me. And in Australia in general, we have some animators working in Brisbane, and they had a cyclone up there. And so we had to pause for a bit. And, we were a little ambitious with timelines. But all that being said, I pulled everything together that I had, took it to GDC, made as many connections as I could, and tried to get a good read on what the industry is like and what publisher appetites are like these days. I had a couple of reservations here about what I'd been hearing, which is that because of where the market's at right now, publishers are maybe more interested in games that have player retention mechanics in them, kind of roguelikes and deck builders, games with microtransactions, that kind of thing, which is definitely not what I'm making. So I kind of went into it thinking, all right, I'm not going to really be able to reach those kinds of publishers. But I did have some really good initial conversations with some, I guess, alternate routes, just things that I can't talk about yet because it's way too early. But there was definitely an acknowledgement that, oh, Adam, what you're doing is really valuable and this game looks really good. You just need to find the right people or do these one or two things to prove that you are low risk as a business. It was that kind of sense, which is good. It's kind of quietly optimistic. Of course, we will need a little bit more time to round things out because that's just, we were already not quite prepared for where GDC is at. It would have been great to have the Steam page up with some wish lists gathered from as early as December, 3 months of solid wish list building would have been great. On that note, the Steam page is now ready. This isn't an announcement, but pals, I don't know why I played it so cool. Go wishlist Insignia right now. It's ready. Go check it out. Look at this. The Steam page is ready. Go wishlist my game. Thank you. So what else happened at GDC? I met you. Lots and lots and lots of Pixel pals who came up and introduced themselves, saying that they were grateful for what I've been doing. And it was very heartening, and I not expected in any way. I just really didn't have any clue about whether my audience would reach. I mean, I make content for game developers, but still you don't appreciate it until it's happening. But no, it was actually a real honor and pleasure and privilege to be able to go somewhere and have such a warm reception. And based on how I was feeling before I went to GDC, I was so deep in the imposter syndrome. So having there just be a lot of like-minded people around and people who value what I'm doing and encourage me to keep doing it, that was really awesome. Made a lot of new friends at GDC, went to a lot of cool events. I went to POW at the DNA Lounge, which was a really cool music gig. Bands playing covers of video game music and playing along to video games. It was nuts. But yeah, I mean, San Francisco was a beautiful city and I had a great time there at GDC and around it, catching up with friends and meeting new ones. Then during GDC, I was being approached by some people who have quite a presence on Twitch and on YouTube. The Primogen, TGV, Low Level, Big and Bot, and a bunch of other guests coming through were all going to be in this water tower, this renovated water tower in LA on the beach for an entire week making a tower defense game. And the Primogen approached me on Twitter saying, hey, like, we're going to make this game. Do you want to do some pixel art for it? Thinking, I guess, that I would be in Sydney. I was like, I'm not going to be around because I'm going to be at GDC that week. So I hope that it works out for you. And then it was like, oh, hang on. We're actually starting the week after you finish at GDC. So why don't you just come to LA and just hang out with us for an entire week on stream? And it literally played out like that. The Thursday, second last day of GDC, I rebooked my flights and flew to LA on the Saturday. I found a place nearby. I made my way to this water tower, and it was just kind of like mayhem for the entire 7 days. I had so much fun, actually. Like, how often do you get to do this? Just be like whisked away to another city that you've never been to and spend like an entire week jamming out a game. It was really, really energizing to kind of not have to think about my business and the game and the future, you know, just to be present for a while and make something with some new friends. So everyone there was great. The friends and family who were kind of with us, helping us out, was really, really fun. You know, I felt like I was a valuable addition to the team, and chat really seemed to like me when I was on stream. So it was very, very confidence inspiring to engage in that. And I would love to do it again. Yeah, I had so much fun in LA. Afterward, we got to ride around a little bit in LA. I got to go to Venice Beach and see all that stuff again for the first time in my life. America's crazy for an Australian because it's like so similar to Australia, but just different enough in so many ways that like you're sort of always flip-flopping between like uncanny valley and like feeling right at home. It's really weird. But again, I had a great time. Took a little bit of pressure off me coming off of this very, very intense 3 months from like December through to March. So that's kind of leading us to the next question of like, what is next for Indie Tales, Adam C. Younis, and Insignia? Well, I'm doing a little bit of recon right now. Part of it is reaching back out to those contacts that I made at GDC, trying to sharpen up the pitch and the demo to get it in a place where I can be more assertive with making a business plan and actually expressing like what I want from a publisher. Like, we have this much time, we want to, you know, spend this much money. This is how we're going to do it in more explicit terms. Having spoken to a couple of publishers and publisher adjacent agencies, this idea of self-publishing is starting to become like actually a serious consideration for Insignia. I think that having a publisher is a good idea. I think having practiced hands guiding the project through release with existing marketing reach and existing relationships with platform holders like Nintendo and Steam, I think those are really, really good things to have. But it's also the case that having a publisher usually means sacrificing a big percentage of the profit. And if I can reach enough people through Indie Tales and through my content creation, which I want to do more of, maybe the net revenue of the game with that smaller audience, you know, without the publisher, would actually still be plenty for what we need to, you know, feel like we made a profit and to extend Indie Tales and up on hill my company's kind of trajectory going forward. After the response on Prime Stream, like more collaborations, this is something that I want to explore. I want to make more content for you. And the biggest consideration I have right now is whether or not that's practical. Like, I think it must be. But you showing your support is something that is definitely going to help me choose which path I want to go down. So showing your support there would mean the world to me, because I'm at a crossroads now, and I just want to know which path to go down. Maybe in the end we won't have to. Maybe it'll be both. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with Insignia. There's one other thing that's happening really, really soon. It's this weekend. Ludum Dare is on. If you watched Prime's stream and you watched me crush it doing pixel art for the guys over the week, and you want to see what it looks like when I do solo dev, I will be making a game this weekend. Even if you like the content, you like watching me anyway, the streams are always really big when we do Ludum Dare. So I'm going to go try hard mode this time. I'm not going to screw around. I'm going to make something that I feel like I can be confident making, and I'm just going to make the best thing I can. Okay? So thank you so much for watching. I will catch you all very soon. Catch me on the stream. I stream now on Twitch and YouTube. So if you haven't seen the thumbnails, subscribe, hit the bell, do all the stuff. And I'm going to keep doing me and keep trying to give you what you like about this content. So show your support down below. Tell me what you want to see next, and I'll catch you in the next one.
Oh, baby, now go
I
update.
can't. Wait, oh. Go where?
Okay, I can't, dude. You're giving me actual anxiety.
Dude,
you
this
cannot
is why
scroll.
Ready? I want to get ahead of this before this is a.
I'm just over here like,
You say it's too late to make it. What is it too late to try?
All of my bridges burnt down.
Clip it, track, clip it.
I didn't realize being efficient with your keyboard was a bad thing. Of course, it's a Kinesis 360 advantage, which allows me to go very, very fast. Use Prime.
art's coming together really well. I've been having a lot of fun today looking at different ways we can look at like the UX of the game. We've got cards with the energy spend. We've got the energy that the player has being shown in the top left. We've got the money shown as well. Just, trying to get us from a project into a product. More of a game.
That's beautiful. Oh, wow. Deliver some value.